If I is in center of triangle ABC, having in radius small r and circumradius capital R, find first question circumradii of triangles BIC comma CIA comma AIB. Look at all of it. So I is the in center of the triangle. Look at, I am drawing I is the in center. So I will be inside I, right? I will be inside. So now join I to C like this. Join I to B like this. Join I to A like this. So these are nothing but angular bisectors. Because if you join vertex to incenter, it is angular bisector. Now look at this triangle. He is asking to calculate circumradius of triangle BIC. This length is what A, this length is what B, this length is what C. Now look at here. Circumradius of triangle BIC means, BIC is like this. BIC is like this. Circumradius means a circle will be there passing through these 3 points. Radius of the circle you have to calculate. Circumradius means radius of the circle. Just like triangle ABC has one circumcircle, in triangle BIC there will be one circumcircle, not this one, not that circumcircle. So circle passing through these 3 vertices. Now whenever you want to calculate circumradius of triangle, use the sine rule. This side you know, this angle if you calculate, what sine rule states? Side divided by sine of opposite angle equal to 2 into capital R, 2 into circumradius of the triangle. Let us say for BIC, let R1 be circumradius. Let us say circumradius of triangle BIC. So for this triangle, let us say R1 be the circumradius. You have to calculate what is R1. Now if you look at here, this angle is what? B by 2. This angle is what? B by 2. Because angular bisector, this angle B means this will be B by 2. This will be half the angle, C by 2. Now I am calculating angle BIC. Angle opposite to this BIC I want to calculate. 2 angles I know. Third angle will be what in the triangle? 180 degree minus. 180 degree minus B by 2 plus C by 2. Third angle will be 180 minus sum of 2 angles. That means 180 minus of, this is B plus C. B plus C means again, B plus C means 180 minus A by 2. 180 minus A divided by 2. B plus C is nothing but in this triangle 180 minus A. That means 180 degree minus this is 90 degree minus A by 2. That means 180 minus 90 degree plus A by 2. This angle is nothing but, so this angle is nothing but 90 degree plus A by 2. Now applying sine rule, applying sine rule in triangle BIC. What sine rule states? The side length divided by, that means A divided by sine of opposite angle. Sine of opposite angle is nothing but 2 into circumradius, that is circumradius of the triangle BIC. Let us say it is R1. So that means according to sine rule, A divided by sine of opposite angle is nothing but 2 into R1. Therefore, R1 is nothing but A divided by 2 into, this is what? Cos A by 2. Cos A by 2. That means further I am simplifying up. A means 2R sin A. A means 2R sin A divided by 2 cos A by 2. 2 cos A by 2. Further, sin A can be written as R into, sin A can be written as 2 sin A by 2 cos A by 2 divided by cos A by 2 divided by cos A by 2. Therefore, this is nothing but R1. What you got? R1 2R sin A by 2. 2R sin A by 2. Therefore, circumradius of triangle BIC is nothing but 2R sin A by 2. 2R sin A by 2. That means for triangle BIC, circumradius is nothing but 2R sin A by 2. Look at here. For triangle BIC, BC is there, you got 2R sin A by 2. Similarly, for triangle CIA, you can apply sine rule. This divided by sine of opposite angle. Similarly, you will get for CIA. Look at, similarly you will get for triangle CIA, circumradius is nothing but, for triangle BIC you got 2R sin A by 2. For triangle CIA you will get 2R sin B by 2. 2R sin B by 2. For triangle similarly AIBM, you can apply sine rule. C divided by sine of this angle. Similarly, you will get circumradius equal to 2R sin C by 2. Sin C by 2. Like that, the point to remember is whenever you want to calculate circumradius of the triangle, you must know one side and the angle opposite to it. If you write sine rule, A divided by sine of that angle, that is nothing but 2 into circumradius of the triangle. So for this triangle, circumradius I have calculated. Note down, we will go to the next concept. We will go to the next concept. Cyclic quadrilateral. Next concept is cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral. Look at the next concept. Cyclic quadrilateral. Look at ABCD is said to be a cyclic quadrilateral if the vertices A, B, C, D lie on a circle. If the vertices A, B, C, D, for all the four vertices lie on a circle, it is called cyclic quadrilateral. Look at here. Quadrilateral will be like this. Quadrilateral will be inscribed in a circle. Quadrilateral will be inscribed in a circle. Look at, I am drawing the cyclic quadrilateral. Right? I have drawn a cyclic quadrilateral. A, B, C, D. This is a cyclic quadrilateral because all the four vertices are lying on a circle. Now look at the diagonal sum. These are the diagonals. So this is AC and this is BD. Let us say they intersect at P. Right? So this is the intersection point of diagonals. Now center of circle will be different. Let us say center of the circle is E. That point and that P point will be different. Not necessarily that both are same. Right? So if this quadrilateral is a square, then intersection point will also be the center of circle. Look at here. If it is a square, suppose here I am writing a square. Here this is a square. If it is a square, what happens is these intersection points and center of the circle will be same because these are the diameters, because angle in the semicircle is what? 90 degree. If it is a square, then intersection point of diagonals and the center of the circle will be same. Otherwise, what happens is intersection point of diagonals and the center of the circle may not be the same. Not necessarily that they must be same. If it is a square, definitely those points will be same. This is called cyclic quadrilateral. What is the property in a cyclic quadrilateral? Look at here, one property. This is angle A, this is angle C. Opposite angles will be supplementary. That means opposite angle is nothing but A plus C is nothing but 180 degree. This angle plus this angle is 180 degree. Similarly, this angle and this angle is 180 degree. Is nothing but 180 degree. This is the property in cyclic quadrilateral. This is the property in cyclic quadrilateral. Right? Whenever the cyclic quadrilateral problem is there, you draw the diagram like this always. So if this angle is given, let us say 60 degree, this angle will be what? 120 degree. That means this plus this will be 180 degree, this plus this will be 180 degree, like that. Look at one application of how to solve the problem. Okay. We will see how to proceed with the cyclic quadrilateral problems. Look at one simple application. Look at the problem. The two adjacent sides the two adjacent sides of a C cube. C cube means cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral are 2 and 5. The two adjacent sides of a cyclic quadrilateral are 2 and 5. And angle between them is given. And angle between them is 60 degree. And angle between them is 60 degree. Look at here. If area of quadrilateral is 4 root 3, find the perimeter of cyclic quadrilateral. Find the perimeter of cyclic quadrilateral. Look at this problem, all of you. Now here diagram is there. Let us say consider diagram of that. Consider this diagram only. Cyclic quadrilateral. Consider this diagram. Consider this diagram, Amma. This is the diagram A, B, C, D. Now look at here. Two sides are given. Look at easy application. This is 2. This is 5, let us say. This is 2. That is 5, let us say. And the angle between them is given. This is 60 degree given. This is 60 degree given. Right? So this is, so if this is 60 degree, this angle will be what? 120 degree. 120 degree. He is asking to calculate what is the perimeter of the quadrilateral. That means perimeter means what? Sum of all the sides. That means it is necessary to calculate the remaining sides. If you want to find the perimeter, you have to calculate remaining sides. So let us say this is x, this is y. Let us say CD is x and AD is y. If you calculate x and y, you can calculate. Now if you look at here in the cyclic quadrilateral, how to approach with the problem is, now this AC diagonal for this triangle and this triangle, AC is what? Common side for this triangle ABC and for the triangle ADC. Common side is what? AC. Now I am considering what? Consider one triangle ABC. Consider one triangle. In this triangle ABC, you know two sides and the included angle, right? You have to calculate third side. How to calculate the third side? By using cosine rule. Cosine rule states what? This is the third side. AC square equals to, so this 2 square plus 5 square, 2 square plus 5 square minus, cosine rule I am writing, 2 into 5 into cos 60 degree. Third side can be calculated by using cosine rule. Right? This is square equal to this side square plus this side square minus 2 into product of the sides into cos of angle between them. You can easily get what is AC. That means AC square is nothing but 4 plus 25 minus 2 into 5 into 1 by 2. So therefore, AC square is nothing but 29 minus 10, 19. Therefore, AC is nothing but root 19. That means this side you got, AC you got. Vijay, what is your doubt, Vijay? Vijay, what is your doubt? Vijay, is there any doubt for you? Cheppamma, Cheppamma, Vijay, Look it. So AC you got here. Now you take the second triangle. This ADC triangle you take triangle ADC. ADC triangle you take. In this is X, this is Y, and this angle is what 120 degree. Now AC, I am applying cosine rule. AC square equals to, look at this side is X, this side is Y, and the include angle. AC square is what? X square plus Y square minus 2 into X into Y into cos 120 degree. Cos 120 degree. So AC square you know 19 equal to cos 120 means what? This is 180 minus 60 degree. Cos of 180 minus theta is what? Minus cos 60. That means that is minus 1 by 2. Minus 2 into x into y into minus 1 by 2. So 2 gets cancelled. You will get one equation, x square plus y square plus xy equal to 19. Let us say this is the first equation. You have got an equation in x and y. Let us say that is the first equation. Now you want another equation to solve xy. Now given that area of the quadrilateral is what? 4 root 3. Another condition is given, area of quadrilateral. Area of CQ is nothing but 4 root 3. Now this is the area of cyclic quadrilateral given. So this area of cyclic quadrilateral, whenever you are getting, that is nothing but area of triangle ABC plus area of triangle ADC. That means this is nothing but triangle ABC area. I am writing area of triangle ABC plus area of triangle ADC. Area of triangle ADC is nothing but 4 root 3. So now I will calculate area of triangle ABC. In area of triangle ABC, you know this side and the included angle. So what is the formula? If you know two sides and the included angle, half into product of the sides, 2 into 5, 2 into 5 into sine 60. Into sine 60. So this is the area of triangle, half into 2 into 5 into sine 60. Now area of triangle ADC is what? Half into x into y. Half into x into y into sine 120. Into sine 120 is nothing but 4 root 3. From here you will get another equation such that you can solve both to get x and y. Now look at here. So 1 by 2 to cancel. 5 into sine 60 is nothing but root 3 by 2. So this is half xy into sine 120. 120 is nothing but 180 degree minus 60 degree. So that is sine of 180 minus 60, that is sine 60. That means root 3 by 2. This is nothing but 4 root 3. I am cancelling root 3 on both sides. So you will get 5 by 2 plus 1 by 4 xy equal to 4. Equal to 4. Now bring this side. 1 by 4 xy equal to 4 minus 5 by 2. That means this is 3 by 2. 3 by 2. That means xy equal to 3 by 2 into 4, that is 6. So therefore I got another equation. Xy equal to 6. Xy equal to 6 I got. Now take the first, this is second equation. So first equation implies x square plus y square. Now this is what? 6 equal to 19. Therefore you got x square plus y square equal to 13. X square plus y square equal to 13. From these two you can easily see. Look at product of two numbers is 6. And the sum of their squares is what? 13. Therefore, you can say that anyone can say easily x equal to 2, y equal to 3. Right? This is 2 into 3, what? 6. 2 square plus 3 square is what? 13. Therefore, sides are what? 2 and 3. Therefore, this side is what? This side is of 2 length. This side is of 3 length. One side is 2 and another side is what? 3. Therefore, perimeter. Perimeter means what? Sum of all the sides. 2 plus 5 plus 2 plus 3. 2 plus 5 plus 2 plus 3. That means 9 plus 3, 12. 9 plus 3, 12. So that is the perimeter of cyclic quadrilateral. Note down, if you have any doubt, raise your hand, Amma. Anybody has doubt, raise your hand. Satvik Cheppama. Darshman. 4 root 3. అరే 4 root 3 క్వశ్చన్ లో ఇచ్చాను రా ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్వాడ్రిలేటరల్. క్వశ్చన్ లో ఇచ్చాను కదా ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్వాడ్రిలేటరల్ అని. 4 root 3 ఇచ్చాను నేను. చూడు ఒకసారి క్వశ్చన్ చదువు. ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం, నో ప్రాబ్లం. అర్థమైంది కదా? ఓకే. Look at whenever cyclic quadrilateral is given, first approach is from this triangle calculate AC diagonal. That is first step. From this triangle calculate AC diagonal. Common, right? This AC you will get first, and then this from this triangle AC. Equate those. Then you will then area of quadrilateral if it is given, area of this triangle plus area of this triangle. Whenever it is given area of triangle, you write like this. This triangle area plus this triangle area. Look at another application on this. Generally, two sides and included angle and then area will be given. You have to find remaining sides in the problem. We will see another application. Look at another application. The area of a cyclic quadrilateral. ABCD is, it is given 3 root 3 by 4. 3 root 3 by 4. The radius of its circumcircle, the radius of its circumcircle is 1. Is 1. If AB equal to 1, if AB equal to 1, comma, BD equal to root 3, BD equal to root 3, then find remaining sides. Look at this application. If you have any doubt in the previous problem, you will get clear. Look at the similar application. Now draw the diagram, cyclic quadrilateral diagram. So draw a circle and then the quadrilateral. Okay. Draw the circle and then the quadrilateral. I have drawn like this, right? So A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Now given data you enter A, B equal to 1. These are the diagonals. Now given BD, these are the diagonals. Given BD equal to root 3. This is one diagonal, this is one diagonal. So of course this diagonal is given. Let us say this is root 3. This is root 3. And what he has given is radius of this circle given. Radius of this circle given. Circumcircle means what? For this quadrilateral, what is the circumcircle? The circle that is passing through all the vertices is nothing but circumcircle. Radius of this circle is given. Now if you look at here, you don't know an angle here. Let us say this is these sides, let us say this is x. This is x. All of you follow carefully. Let us say this side is z. Three sides you have to calculate. Three sides you have to calculate. You don't know any angle. This angle, this angle, this angle, this angle. So definitely you must know one angle. For that what I am doing is, look at here, for triangle ABD, for triangle ABD, for triangle ABD, circumradius is what? For triangle ABD, what is the circumradius means? The radius of the circle which passes through the vertices. For triangle ABD, what is the circumcircle? The same circle. Just as the same circle in which quadrilateral lies, that is nothing but circumcircle of triangle ABD. So, circumradius for triangle ABD is also radius of the circle. That means 1. This is capital R. This is capital R because the same circle is passing through the three vertices of the triangle. So, circumradius of the triangle is also 1. Now, in the triangle ABD, I am applying sine rule. Okay. By sine rule, root 3 divided by sine of opposite angle. Okay. Root 3 divided by sine of opposite angle equal to 2r. What sine rule states? In any triangle, side length divided by sine of opposite angle is nothing but 2 into circumradius of the triangle. So therefore, this is nothing but 2 into 1. So therefore, I got sine A equal to root 3 divided by 2. That implies angle A is what? 60 degree. Angle A is what? 60 degree. That means you got one angle here. So if this is 60 degree, this is what? 120 degree. This is what? 120 degree. If this is 60 degree, this is what? 120 degree. Now look at here. In triangle ABD. In triangle ABD. This side is z, this side is 1, this side is root 3. Now I am writing BD square. BD square equals to what cosine rule states? Z square plus 1 square minus 2 into 1 into z into cos 60 degree. This side square equals to this side square plus this side square minus 2 into 1 into z into cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. This will get cancelled. So therefore BD square is nothing but 3. BD square is what? 3. Z square minus z plus 1. That implies z square minus z minus 2 equal to 0. If you factorize this one, you will get z minus 2 into z plus 1 equal to 0. Factors are what? Z minus 2 into z plus 1 equal to 0. Now z cannot be negative because it is length of the side. Therefore, z equal to 2. Z not equal to -1 because length of the side cannot be negative. Therefore, this side length is what? 2. That you got 2. Right? So, this side you got. Now you have to calculate what is x and y. Take the triangle BCD. Take the triangle BCD. Now this is the third side. This is x, this is y, and this is what? Root 3. From this triangle, you can write BD square equals to x square plus y square minus 2 into x into y into cos 120. Cos 120. So BD square is what? This is 3. X square plus y square minus 2 into x into y into cos 120 is what? Minus 1 by 2. 180 minus 60, you will get minus 1 by 2. So therefore, you will get first equation. X square plus y square plus xy equal to 3. Let us say this is the first equation. Right? This is the first equation. Now, area of quadrilateral is given 3 root 3 by 4. Right? Area of quadrilateral is given 3 root 3 by 4. Area of quadrilateral is given 3 root 3 by 4. Now, area is nothing but in the previous problem we have solved. Triangle ABD plus triangle BCD or otherwise triangle CBD. This area is given as 3 root 3 by 4. 3 root 3 by 4. Now look at this triangle ABD. Look at this triangle ABD. This is 1 and this is 2. This is 2 we have calculated already. This is 2 you got here. Half into what is this area? Half into 1 into 2 into sine 60. Sine 60 degree plus what is the triangle CBD? This is x, this is y. So therefore, half into x into y into sine 120 degree. This is nothing but 3 root 3 divided by 4. You will get another equation number here. So this is 2 cancel. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 into xy into sine 120 is root 3 by 2. Sine 120 is what? 180 minus 60. So root 3 I am cancelling. Root 3 I am cancelling. So therefore 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 xy equal to 3 by 4. That means 1 by 4 xy equal to 3 by 4 minus 1 by 2. This is nothing but 1 by 4. Therefore, xy is nothing but 1. Xy is nothing but 1. Second equation you got it as xy equal to 1. X into y equal to 1. Now first equation you got x square plus y square plus xy equal to 3. Take the first equation. You got xy equal to 1. So first implies what is the first equation? X square plus y square plus xy equal to 3. Now xy equal to 1 means x square plus y square equal to 2. Now look at here. Product is 1 and sum of the squares is 2. Therefore you can clearly say that x equal to 1, y equal to 1. Directly you can say. So these two sides are what? 1 comma 1 comma 1. Therefore sides are, what are the sides? One side is 2 and the remaining 3 sides are 1, 1, 1. Remaining 3 sides are 1, 1, 1. In the problem, if you ask perimeter, then answer is what? 2 plus 3, 5. Like that. Yeah. Whenever the cyclic quadrilateral problem will come, you have to approach this manner. If any doubt, raise your hand, Amma, regarding this. So just previous one only. In the previous one, this angle is given. Here you have to calculate this angle and then you have to start the problem. What is your doubt? Tell me, Amma. తీసుకోవచ్చు. ఇది 60 అయితే ఇది 120. ఇది 120 అయితే అది 60. రెండు ఒకటేగా, అది రాసిన ఒకటే వస్తుంది. ఓ సెంటర్, సెంటర్ అంటే ఏది? సర్కిల్ సెంటరా? సర్కిల్ సెంటర్ తో సంబంధం ఏంది ఈ ప్రాబ్లం అసలు? ఇప్పుడు మనం కనుక్కుంటుంది, ఒక్క నిమిషం, మనం ఈక్యులేటర్లు ఎక్కడ? ఓఏబినా? ఓ సెంటర్ ఓ ఇదా? ఓఏబినా? ఇది జాయిన్ చేయి. ఈక్యులేటర్లు ఎక్కడ? ఇలా జాయిన్ చేస్తే యాంగిల్ ఏ దీనికి ఉండదు. ఇది కాదు, ఇది మొత్తం 60 డిగ్రీ. అదే ఎట్లా చెప్పంటున్నా. ఏది? ఓకే ఓకే, దిస్ ఈజ్ 1. ఏది? ఇది 1. 1. ఓకే. ఈక్విలేటరల్ ట్రయాంగిల్. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఏదమ్మా యాంగిల్? డిఏ డిఏబినా? డిఏబి డిఏబినా? డిఏబి యాంగిల్ డిఏబి. రైట్, యాంగిల్ డిఏబి. యాంగిల్ డిఏబి, ఓఏబి. ఓఏబినా? డిఏబి అంటే కాదు కాదు. డిఏబి అంటే ఏది? యాంగిల్ బి. యాంగిల్ అదే ఇప్పుడు డయాగ్రామ్ లో ఇప్పుడు ఒకటి 60 ఇది, ఒకటి 120 ఇది. నీకు ఇది 120, ఇది ఉంది కదా, ఇది 120 తీసుకోవాలి. అలాంటప్పుడు ఏదైనా తీసుకోవచ్చు. ఒకటి 60 అయితే ఒకటి 120. ఇది 120 అయితే అది 60 అవుతుంది. ఇక్కడ రాదు, ఇక్కడ 120 తీసుకుంటే 60 అయింది. అవతలది ఉందిగా, నువ్వు చెప్పిన కాన్సెప్ట్ అవతల కరెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. దిస్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ద డయాగ్రామ్ ఇస్ దేర్. నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు ఇది 120 తీసుకో, ప్రాబ్లం లేదు. ఇది 120, ఇది 60 తీసుకో. సైక్లిక్ క్వాడ్రిలేటర్ ఫిక్స్డ్ గా ఏమి లేదుగా, సైడ్స్ కనుక్కోమన్నారు మనల్ని. సైక్లిక్ క్వాడ్రిలేటర్ పొజిషన్ ఇదే 60, ఇది 120 అని ఇవ్వలేదు కదా మనకి. ఓన్లీ సైడ్స్ కనుక్కోమన్నారు. మనకి సైడ్ లెన్స్ ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇది 2, ఇది 1, ఇది 1, ఇది 1 వచ్చింది. సో ఇది 2, ఇది 1, ఇది 1, ఇది 1 కూడా ఉండొచ్చుగా సైక్లిక్ క్వాడ్రిలేటర్లు. ఓన్లీ ఏరియా ఇచ్చారు అంతే. అర్థమైంది కదా? ఇది 120 తీసుకో, నువ్వు చెప్పిన కాన్సెప్ట్ కరెక్ట్. ఇది 120 తీసుకోవాలి. అప్పుడేమో అట్లా కాదు కదా. ఇప్పుడు సైక్లిక్ క్వాడ్రిలేటర్ లో పలానా ఎక్స్ పలానా వై అని ఇవ్వలేదు కదా, మనం తీసుకున్నాం. ఓవరాల్ గా సైడ్స్ కనుక్కోవాలి. నువ్వు నీ రకంగా తీసుకున్నా అవే వస్తాయి సైడ్స్. కాకపోతే నేను ఏబి అనుకున్నది నీకు సిడి వస్తుంది. అర్థమైంది కదా? అంటే అలైన్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద క్వాడ్రిలేటర్ ఇలానే ఉండాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. నేను 1 పొజిషన్ గీసే క్వాడ్రిలేటర్ కి. ఓకేనా? అంటే మెయిన్ గా సైడ్స్ కనుక్కోవాలి కాబట్టి అలైన్మెంట్ కి సంబంధం లేదన్నమాట ఇది. ఓకేనా? అందుకే నేను 60 తీసుకున్నా, నువ్వు 120 తీసుకున్నావు అనుకో, యూ విల్ గెట్ లైక్ దట్. ఓకేనా? క్లియర్? ఓకే. ఇఫ్ ఎనీబడి హ్యాస్, okay, look at the next problem. Look at. Look at. Next is regular polygon. Look at. N-sided regular polygon. N-sided regular polygon. Look at. What is meant by regular polygon? N-sided means n sides will be there. Suppose regular polygon means what? All the sides in that and all the angles will be equal. Right? If you take an equilateral triangle, in that all the sides and all the angles, look at. You take equilateral triangle. Right? All the sides will be equal and all the angles will be equal. This is regular polygon of three sides. This is regular polygon of three sides. Regular polygon of three sides. Right? Similarly, if you take square, all the sides and all the angles will be equal. So this is A, and all the angles are what? 90 degree. This is three-sided regular polygon. This is four-sided regular polygon square. Like that, n-sided regular polygon will be there. That means in a regular polygon means all sides and all angles will be equal. All angles equal. Right? In an equilateral triangle, what happens is, in an equilateral triangle, look at. This is very important point. In an equilateral triangle, circumcenter, incenter, orthocenter, centroid will coincide. That means here look at. So this is the equilateral triangle. If you draw an altitude here, look at, if we draw an altitude here, it will also be angular bisector. Look at, this AD I have drawn now. This AD, this angle bisector. This bisects this angle as well as perpendicular to BC and also bisects BC. So this is altitude angular bisector as well as perpendicular bisector. Not in all the triangles. In equilateral triangle, what happens is, if you draw another altitude here, this will also be altitude, perpendicular bisector and median. If we draw an altitude here, this will also be altitude, median, perpendicular bisector. So this point of congruency is nothing but circumcenter, incenter, orthocenter, centroid. Every point will coincide. Every point will coincide. That means, look at here. So I am drawing in an equilateral triangle. Suppose I am drawing circumcircle. This is the circumcircle. This is the circumcircle. So this is the in circle. Right? So this is the in circle. This is the circumcircle. For both of the circles, center will be same. For both of the circles, center will be same. The main point here is in regular polygon, the main point is circumcenter and incenter will coincide. Circumcenter, incenter will coincide. That means the circles incircle and circumcircle will have same centers. They are concentric circles. Right? Look at here. In regular polygon also, in regular polygon also, in regular polygon, circumcenter and incenter will coincide. Will coincide. They are same, just like an equilateral triangle. Now look at in an n-sided polygon, how the n-sided polygon will be. I will draw. Look at n-sided polygon. In an n-sided polygon, look at. I will draw the diagram like this. So in n-sided polygon, in n-sided regular polygon, there will be n sides. There will be n sides and n angles. There will be n sides and n angles. Each angle equal to 2n minus 4 divided by n. Each angle in a regular polygon is nothing but 2n minus 4 divided by n into pi by 2. Suppose if we substitute n equal to 3. N equal to 3 means equilateral triangle. Look at what you will get. 6 minus 4 divided by 3 into pi by 2. This 2 will get cancelled. What is the angle? 60 degree. 60 degree. That means in an equilateral triangle, each angle is what? 60 degree. Like that, if any regular polygon is there, in that each angle is what you can calculate by using this formula. Each angle in the polygon, regular polygon, is nothing but 2n minus 4 divided by n into pi by 2. Regular polygon can be drawn like this. Look at. I will draw like this. Whenever you want to draw, indicate like this. Indicate like this. Number of n sides will be there. Just we will indicate like this. Just like that. Depending on the n, we will draw. Just we will indicate like this polygon. This is A1. This is A2. This is A3. And this is AN. In between, number of sides will be there like that. It will be closed one. It will be closed one. Whenever you want to indicate, we will indicate like this n-sided regular polygon. Look at here. This is the angle I am talking about. This angle is there. This angle is there. These are the angles in the polygon. Each angle will be equal to this one. Each angle will be equal to this one. Now look at here. Center of the regular polygon. Let us say this is the center. Let us say O is the center. O is the center. This is called center of the regular polygon. What is that center is? What is that center is? This angle is there. This angle is there. I am connecting O to A2. I am connecting O to A2. That means this is the angular bisector of this angle. This is the angular bisector of this angle. And I am connecting O to A1. This is the angular bisector of this angle. Like that here one will be there, here one will be there. Like that if you connect this to this one, all these angular bisectors will meet at a point that is called incenter of the triangle. That is called incenter. Where all the angular bisectors meet, that is called incenter of the regular polygon. And that is also in this polygon circumcenter also, because circumcenter and incenter is what will coincide. Now if you look at here, this triangle is there. Like that n triangles will be there. This is one triangle. I have joined this side to center. One triangle is formed. In that, so this distance and this distance will be equal because it is circumcenter also. Because it is circumcenter also, it will be equidistant. OA1, OA2, OA3, OAN. In the equilateral triangle, incenter is there. From incenter to vertices, distances are what? That is nothing but circumradius. Just like that here, from the center of the polygon, vertices will be equal distance from them. Right? This distance will be equal to this distance. That means these triangles are all isosceles triangles. These triangles are all isosceles triangles. This side will be equal to this side. Now look at here. Now angle at the center, the point to remember is angle at the center for each triangle is 2 pi by n. Angle for each isosceles triangle. Angle for each isosceles triangle at the center of regular polygon. This is what 2 pi by n. Like that for each triangle, this triangle is there. This triangle is there. This length will be equal to this length. So this is isosceles triangle. So angle at center is similarly second triangle will be there. For that also this angle is 2 pi by n. Like that for this triangle, this angle is what? 2 pi by n. That angle is what? 2 pi by n. This point you have to remember. The angle at the center is nothing but 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by n. 2 pi by n. Now look at here. Area. The formula is area of, look at n-sided regular polygon. N-sided means there will be n sides. Regular polygon having each side A, all the sides will be equal. For that formula is 1 by 4 n a square cot pi by n. Suppose an n-sided regular polygon is there, each side length is a. That means this length is a. Every side will be of equal length. All this a to a3 like that, all the sides will be equal. Look at here. How to get this theorem? Look at. I am taking this triangle. Look at. I am drawing this triangle again. This is O. This is A1. This is A2. And this is 2 pi by n. Now if you look at here, this OA1, OA2, these are same. So area of this triangle will be equal to area of this triangle because this side, everything is same and included angle is also same. There will be n triangles like this in the regular polygon. Each triangle will be of equal area. Therefore, area of n-sided, RP means regular polygon. RP means regular polygon equal to n times area of triangle. Like this, n triangles will be there. OA1, A2. OA1, A2. N into area of triangle. Like that, this area plus this area plus this area and so on n times. Now, for calculating this one, this is isosceles triangle. This is isosceles triangle. So, this is the base sum. I am drawing height. So, if I am dropping a perpendicular, this is vertical angle bisector as well as, let us say this is L. As well as it bisects this side. That means this will be A by 2, this will be A by 2. So, L is the midpoint of A1, A2 because this is isosceles triangle. So, therefore, N into half into base A1, A2 into height OL. Now A1, A2 is nothing but A, side of the polygon. Half into A into. Now look at this triangle. Triangle OA1L. OA1 L in triangle OA1L. Now this is the vertical angle bisector. That means if this complete angle is 2 pi by n, this angle will be what? Half of that. This angle will be what? Half of that. Now in this triangle OOAL, this angle is what? Pi by n. Now I am writing cot pi by n in the triangle. Cot pi by n is nothing but I want to calculate OL. Cot pi by n is adjacent side divided by opposite side. That means OL divided by A by 2. Therefore, OL is nothing but A by 2 cot pi by n. So I got OL. Now I will substitute here half into A by 2 cot pi by n. So formula is what? 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, 1 by 4 n A square cot pi by n. Cot pi by n. So whenever if a regular polygon is given, n is number of sides and each length of the side is what? Length of the polygon, length of the side of the polygon is A. You use this formula to calculate the area. 1 by 4 n A square cot pi by n. Here A is the length of the side of the polygon and n is the number of sides of the polygon. So this formula will be used to calculate the area of regular polygon. Suppose if you take an equilateral triangle, in an equilateral triangle, look at here, area of equilateral triangle, suppose let's say, area of equilateral triangle of side A equal to, here n equal to 3, how many sides will be there? Into A square into cot pi by 3 into cot pi by 3. So 1 by 4 into 3 into A square. Cot 60 is what? 1 by root 3. That means root 3 by 4 A square. What is the area of equilateral triangle of side A? Root 3 by 4 A square. Like that. Right? If 5 sides are there, substitute n equal to 5. If side length is given, you can substitute side length. Take one problem, one application we will see. One application, last application. So just you remember this formula. Whenever number of sides and side length is given, how to calculate area of regular polygon. Only for regular polygon, if all sides are equal only. This formula. Look at one application now. If any doubt is there, raise your hand. Fast. Just formula you remember, this formula. Look at one problem. One application. Look at one problem. A regular pentagon and a regular decagon have same perimeter. Have same perimeter. Have same perimeter, then ratio of their areas is dash. Look at one problem. Pentagon means 5 sides. Pentagon means 5 sides. Decagon means 10 sides. Now look at, we will take pentagon. First we will calculate what is pentagon area. Pentagon means n equal to 5. Let us say side equal to a. Let us say side equal to a. Side length of this, let us say a. So perimeter is what then? Perimeter is 5 sides will be there. A plus a and so on 5 times. Perimeter is what? 5a. Right? For pentagon, this is the one. So its area is what? Let us say A1. 1 by 4 into, what is the formula? N into A square. N into A square into cot pi by 5. N is 5. Just substitute it in the formula. 1 by 4 N A square cot pi by N. Right? This is nothing but 5 by 4 into A square into cot 36 degree. This is cot 36 degree. Now, if you look at here, decagon. Decagon means what? N equal to 10. Let us say side length differently you take B. Different side, right? Let us say that is B. So perimeter will be what? Don't take A again because they are not equal. Na? So side B, perimeter. Perimeter is nothing but 10B, right? There will be 10 sides and each side length is what? B. So 10B. So therefore, let us say A2 be the area. A2 be the area. 1 by 4 into 10 into side is B into cot pi by 10. Into cot pi by 10. Therefore, this is nothing but 5 by 2. So 2 2s, 2 5s. B square cot pi by 10 means 180 divided by 10, 18 degree. So this is nothing but 18 degree. 18 degree. Now look at their perimeters are equal given. Perimeters are equal means 5a equal to 10b. That means a is what? A is 2b. Now a1 by a2. He is asking to calculate a1 by a2. Therefore, this is nothing but 5 by 4. 5 by 4 into a square cot 36 degree divided by this is 5 by 2 into b square cot 18 degree. Right now I am substituting this one. Look at, so this 5 gets cancelled, 2 ones, 2 twos. So that means A is 2b, 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into A is 2b means this is 4b square, 2b whole square into what I am writing is cos by sine divided by divided by. So b square is here into I am writing cos by sine. Cos by sine, b square will get cancelled, 2 ones, 2 twos. 2 ones, 2 twos. So therefore 2 into, so this sine 18 will come up. 2 into this sine 18 will come to the numerator. 2 into sine 18 degree cos 36 degree divided by cos 18 degree into sine 36 degree. So I have told the values of this. 2 into sine 18 degree value is what? Root 5 minus 1 by 4. I have told the value. Sine 18 is root 5 minus 1 by 4. Cos 36 is root 5 plus 1 by 4 divided by cos 18 degree value is root of 10 plus 2 root 5 by 4. I have told the values. In multiple angles chapter, I have told the values. So sine 36 is nothing but root of 10 minus 2 root 5 divided by 4. These are the values of those angles. So 4 will get cancelled. 4 will get cancelled. Now in the numerator, a plus b into a minus b. So this is nothing but 2 into root 5 whole square minus 1. 5 minus 1 divided by root of a plus b into a minus b. So 100 minus 2 root 5 whole square means what? 4 into 5, 20. That means 2 into 4 divided by root of 80. This is nothing but 16 into 5. So that means 2 into 4 divided by 4 root 5. So answer is what? 2 by root 5. Therefore, ratio A1 is to A2 is nothing but 2 is to root 5. That is the answer. Just use the formula whenever you know the sides and whenever you know number of sides and side length. Use this formula 1 by 4 n a square cot pi by n to calculate the area of polygon. If any doubt, raise your hand, Amma. Karthik. Karthik. Karthik చెప్పమ్మా. కార్తిక్ హ్యాండ్ రైజ్ చేసావు కదరా. ఎవరైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే అడగండి, మొహమాట పడద్దు. ఏమన్ను కార్తిక్ రైజ్ చేసావు కదరా. అభిరామ్ 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 డెకాగన్ అంటే 10 సైడ్స్ అమ్మా. 10 సైడ్స్ ఉన్నదాన్ని డెకాగన్ అంటారు. ఏదమ్మా? అవును, సైడ్ బి. పెరీమీటర్ అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి? పెరీమీటర్ అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి అన్న? అన్ని సైడ్స్ లెన్స్ కలిపి సమ్ చేస్తే పెరీమీటర్. డెకాగన్ లో 10 సైడ్స్ ఉంటాయి రా. ఈచ్ సైడ్ బి అని తీసుకున్నాం కదా, 10 టైమ్స్ బిని యాడ్ చేయి అంటే 10 బి కదా. ఇప్పుడు పాలిగన్ లో ఒక సైడ్ ఉందంటే ఎన్ సైడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి అనుకో, ఎన్ ఇంటూ ఏ రాయాలి. ఇప్పుడు బి లెంత్ కదా, అట్లా ఎన్ సైడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి అంటే ఎన్ బి రాయటమే పెరిమీటర్ అంటే. ఓకేనా? ఇంకా దశ్వంత్ దశ్వంత్ యూట్యూబ్ లో. అవునరా, యూట్యూబ్ లో నువ్వు ఇంకా లింకు నువ్వు ఇంకా ఇంకా చూడటంలోనే ఉన్నావా?